Hey guys, what's going on? Mouse here and welcome to another Power of Destruction video. And today is actually a win day and we're gonna do a very important test here on using Soohyun. So since it's a win day, the dragon is resistant against incoming fire damage. What we're gonna test here is if Soohyun's second skill, which always deals fire elemental damage as if it's the target weakness regardless of the target's element, will be enough to make an impact in the run. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna run it with this team, with these specific gears. The only thing that's gonna change is Soohyun. What I'm gonna do with this test is just try to compare it with another limited banner, which is Cha Hae-in at A4 and A5 weapon. And Soohyun is at A3 and A2 weapon. The starts are quite close, but the precision might play a huge part there. But even the skills are pretty close. 78776 and 76, not that one, 7777. So pretty much the same stats overall. So just to show you my stats on Saw, there you go. She's really strong now, actually. There you go. And then we're gonna use Min here. So this time we're just gonna use the destroyer set. So for Song Jinwoo, we're gonna use the cutting rush still, and I got the heroic version of the armor break vacuum wave for the damage taken increase. And then here's the skill set we're gonna use. Stats are here, same with my videos. And also what we're gonna do with this test is that we're not gonna do shadow steps on the head. We're not gonna do shadow steps on the hand as well. We're not gonna use shadows. We're not gonna use ult. Basically, it's just the basic skills and the weapon skills that we're gonna use. And we're gonna try as much as we can to follow the similar rotation. Okay, let's go ahead and try this one. And then after one run, we're gonna head over to Cha Hae-in. Let's check it out. Okay, so again, I'm not gonna mute this. I'll just record this as I go. Okay. Just like the other one. Yes, we really need to know if like that, because that's what's unique to Soohyun, right? And we actually need to know if it's actually gonna be useful. Like, how much of an impact will it actually make on this? Okay, then okay, we actually, well, that's okay, I think, because we did the moon shadow trick. Oops. Please take note, guys, that everything here is random, so you can't expect any sort of 100% accuracy. We just want to know if it's close or is it far, because that's the the special kit in, I mean, the special skill in Soohyun's kit. So we're gonna do this rotation. There you go. That's a 10% on top of 45%. Really good there. You are at 70M at this point. Soohyun's positioning is kinda weird in Power of Destruction, to be honest. Use Amplifying, bro, for his skill. And then our Moon Shadow with a Cutting Rush. Oh no, we got Heavenly Blessing on the head. That might give us some margin of error because of that. So the golem can now be melted easily. We have the vacuum wave, as you can see. plus the punishment. Although without the disguise, it still got killed pretty quickly. Oh, info's good. Let's go. So I try to keep the vacuum wave to minimal now because killing the hands are gonna be faster now. Might not have cooldowns, but I don't know. I'll just change it in the official run. Okay, we probably have a heavenly blessing again on the head. Again, no shadow step on the head. We're not gonna use that. Okay. I'm not sure if Soohyun's hitting the head actually with that elemental conversion. Okay, we got around, let's see, still not over. We got around 192M just doing that. Pretty decent actually. But let's try Cha Hae-in next. I'm gonna switch the gears over and then let's try another run. Okay, so we just finished switching the gears and here are Cha Hae-in stats. Pretty close, but the precision is quite higher because of the weapon, I think. And then there, crit rate, crit damage. Yeah, very close stats. And the weapon, she also has a max upgrades. So, but the weapon skills are pretty much the same. Artifacts, it's exactly the same. Didn't change anything on the other ones, okay? Just so you know. Someone might have like a different opinion, I guess, at this. Okay, so let's try this. And let's see. We got 192M in our first run. And this is like a more ideal setup because Min and Cha has a synergy. And with the grid, it's gonna benefit Cha more. Like, I'll probably go over 100% plus critical hit rate here. But yeah, that's okay, I think. Min is not A5 anyway, so it's not gonna be like, it's not gonna have as much impact on Cha Hae-in because if Min is A5, then Cha Hae-in is gonna be very strong, right? But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna... Okay, we failed on the Moon Shadow actually, but I think it's gonna be very minimal difference. That's just 3 seconds of 10-15%. And it's still the early phase anyway, so can't deal much damage yet. Most of the damage will come from the latter parts. And I think one of the advantages of Cha here is that she's also gonna be able to debuff the hands as well as the head. So I'm not sure if... Well, let's just see. Really hate that part. Okay, I felt the rotation there. Just take note. Ooh! Oh my god, it missed again. That's the problem with Cha Hae-in. It's too stressful. Because most of her damage will come from the ult. She's an ult-based unit. And because the AI is so dumb, that's the main reason why Cha Hae-in having such a hard time dealing good damage here in Power of Destruction. If you can time that ult every time the head is down, I think she's gonna be strong, but she's not doing that. And okay, we'll see. Go Cha. Just one correct ult, please. Just one on point ult, please. It's not on point again. That's a low HP hand, but it's only 2.9 M. My Cha is a bit weak, to be honest. And I'm not sure if she's even using the dancer before the ult. I'm not sure if the AI here in Power of Destruction is doing that. We're actually already pretty close on the scores. Interesting. We're gonna try this again though. Well, no. I mean, it got messed up by the mechanics. Well, I'm not sure. We'll see. It's actually 200 M. So we are, all things considered, I think interesting. Okay, so again guys, this is just a quick test, okay? Nothing we can get here that we can't get anything accurate here. We just need an estimate on how it works right now. Like, is it far? Is it near? Is the damage difference gonna be huge? And I think 192M versus 203M is pretty close, to be honest. But we saw Cha missing some ults as well. But it's a fire day. I mean, it's a wind day. The dragon has fire resistance. So I think that's the only thing that we're gonna be able to get from here. Cha's stats and weapons are actually stronger here, and I do think that the damage difference is close. Like, it's not too far. Cha Hae-in also has a debuff, which helps Soohyun as well, which also helps Saw. And Soohyun doesn't have one. There's also a huge difference, I believe, in terms of the weapons, as well as not being able to capitalize on Soohyun's kit, which improved the team's overall fire damage output with the magic reaction. So I think for the fire resist day, I think that's pretty decent, to be honest. Like 10M difference. Well, Jinwoo dealt good damage, but we didn't use the ult, obviously. So the damage is quite minimal. But that's not an actual combat, guys. It's just a straight up simple simulation there. So overall, I can't say for sure yet, honestly. You guys decide. But because Soohyun's kit mostly rely on this only for that kill shot core attack hellfire combination. I think most of the damage will come from that. Her ult is not that strong, to be honest. So most of the damage really comes from just this second skill. And I think that's the reason why the damage is still pretty close. But we have to review the footage again. While watching this, you guys can review the footage and let me know your thoughts. Right? Just put it in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Because in my opinion, maybe if I would be able to get Soohyun to A4 as well with the A5 weapon, and well, the advancement or the upgrade is close already, then might be equal, to be honest. Because one of the things that actually contributed there, I believe, if it's true that the defense penetration is just the ignore defense mechanics, then it's a huge advantage in a no shadow step game. Alright, so that's maybe one of the things that contributed there. But overall, I would say I'll have to test this again on a neutral day probably. So that we would know. Because most of Yosoyun's damage here is not gonna deal much. The core attack, which is also a really good damage output here, especially at A1. Increase damage by 30%, then kill shot, core attack, and then hellfire. So yeah, maybe we can check this again on a neutral day. But so far, I think this one's probably working good for Yusohyun. Like seriously, it's 19% damage output, and then another one on hellfire plus 30%. I think that's like every rotation of this is like an ultimate, right? And along with the magic firearm, of course, there's gonna be some damage output here. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me know your thoughts and let me know what you noticed and if I did something wrong here. But again, guys, just a disclaimer, this is just a quick simple simulation. We just want to know if the gap is gonna be too far, because if this was another unit and we don't have this, I don't think that we're gonna be able to like deal any damage at all. So yeah, I think it's pretty decent, but I'm gonna have to recheck this on a neutral day. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you like these kinds of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe.